Hey guys, this is Eric again, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Ranma Satome from Ranma 1/2. So they finally released the guy version. I have been waiting for this guy for quite a while, and honestly, I was kind of getting sick with all the female characters they're releasing. Well, nothing against people who love those female characters, I just prefer the guy version. But yeah, here is the left of the box, and here is the right of the box, and here is the back of the box. I did remember watching an anime when I was a little kid, but I don't remember too much about it in terms of the story. But I do know the general, the cold water, hot water, pigs, pandas, and all that good jazz. But do you guys feel like this is a good line for Bandai to do? Because I feel like this one is very questionable. I mean, I know this is quite big in the States, but is it that big? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they did all the research, and Japanese people probably love this. It's the same thing for Kinnikuman. Like, I don't know too much about Kinnikuman, but apparently they're making so many of them. But, you know, that's probably because the sculpt is very similar and all that, and they can just milk the crap out of it. But yeah, I'd rather them do something like Yu Yu Hakusho or something. I will definitely go all in for Yu Yu Hakusho. I will buy all the variations of the characters. Like, you know, they can have different outfit, and I'll buy them. Like, Yusuke can have, like, what, 3 outfits? But yeah, anyways, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. Alright, so here we have Ranma still in the inner packaging, and again, the amount of accessories like all these Ranma figures comes with is amazing. I'm not sure why they put so much effort in making these. Like, it's so questionable in my opinion, but you know, again, these are just my opinion, and let's jump straight into the figure and see what we got. Alright, so here we have Ranma straight out of the package, and to be honest, I have been playing with this figure for almost a week now. I filmed the first 2 parts of the unboxing video prior to this one, and I have been pretty busy with my personal life. I got a job and all that. You don't have to know what I do, but yeah, this guy feels really average. I gotta say, like, it doesn't wow me like some of the other SH figures, like Dragon Ball figures, Star Wars figures. All those are pretty nice, but I feel like this one, damn, Bandai kind of cheap it out a little bit. I know it's relatively cheaper, and all these are just my opinion, but I have one really big issue with it, which is the head sculpt. And do let me know in the comments if you feel the same way, or you know, if you feel differently. You know, we can all talk about it, but I think this is just a straight up recolor from the girl version. I don't have the girl version with me right now, but I think this is what it is. So I'm really mad and really sad and very disappointed that they went with this. Because Ranma, from what I remember, is quite a manly guy, but this just makes him looks like a, I don't want to say the B word, but you get what I mean. Like, he just doesn't look manly and doesn't look reliable. So I don't know, I'm really mad that they went with this, but it just looks too similar to the girl version, even if this is like a different skull, because I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, that's the biggest issue I have with this figure, and that just kind of kills it for me. But do let me know in the comments what you guys think again, you know. But yeah, let's jump straight into the articulation and see what we got. Alright, in terms of the articulation, this guy is pretty decent. And like I mentioned earlier, I've been playing around with this figure for almost a week now. And you would think he has all the latest technology from Bandai, right? But not necessarily, because figure companies tend to do this thing where, you know, they make a really beautiful sculpt, but they didn't get the license yet. So for all we know, this guy could have been sitting on the shelf for like 5 years, right? So I don't know. Anyways, he can look up and down no problem. He can turn his head no problem, and the ponytail here can actually be articulated. It's on a ball joint, and the shoulder is actually on a really huge ball joint. And the cool thing about this is it does have a swivel over here, and this shoulder is actually a moving piece, and then you can move up like this. Like, it has like a bulge over here, but you can move it like that. I'm not quite sure how to explain this, so excuse my English, but you know, you can see it for yourself. You can kind of swivel like that, and it covers the shoulder part like this. So yeah, it doesn't hinder the articulation as much as I think. But yeah, it's pretty good. And he has bicep curl. He does have a little bit of bicep swivel, I believe. Let me try that. Yeah, just a little bit, just like a tiny bit, so you can't really do anything with it. But it's still pretty good. You don't really need that. And of course, there's a hinge and like a ball joint over here on the wrist. And the ab crunch, you can lean backward that much, lean forward this much. And he's using the older pull down hip. And yeah, he bends that much, and he does have the toe hinge and everything. Yeah, so this guy is definitely very fun to play with. Just like your the girl Ranma, you know, and the joints on the leg is not as tight as I want to, but it does make posing a lot easier, right? Like, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. You know, he can really kick. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, let's jump straight into the accessories and see. Before we get into the accessories, I forgot to mention he does have a butterfly joint over here for the shoulder, so that is really nice. And wow, I really need to cut my nails. I'm sorry guys, that looks disgusting. Alright, so for the face sculpt, he comes with the girly looking expression we saw earlier. And next up we have a more girly expression that is staring to the right. Alright, so next up we have this kind of embarrassed face, and this one's probably the one that looks most like a guy. Well, not really, but I like the details on all these blushing and the sweat, so that looks really nice. Alright, so lastly we have like the shouting face, and this one actually looks pretty decent. I don't know, it still looks a little bit like a girl in some angle. But anyways, he does turn into a girl. Alright, so next up, Ranma came with 4 pairs of interchangeable hands. And first up, we have the relaxed open hands. And these are really standard. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with these. I wonder if he can do the Rock Lee pose. That would be really cool. And let me just try to do that. Yeah, I think he kind of tug his hand back here, right? Yeah, he can kind of do that. Even though it's like kind of stretchy. I'm kind of worried though. But yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. The Chinese Kung Fu. Or if you know Naruto, this is the Rock Lee pose. Oh yeah, speaking of Rock Lee from Naruto, Bandai just released the official photos for SH Figuarts Rock Lee. That is scheduled to be released, I believe, next March. I can't wait for that figure. And if you haven't checked out the photos, do click on my Instagram. I have it on my YouTube page. It looks really, really amazing. I can't wait for that figure. They have so many accessories with this guy. I'm really, really happy for it. So next up, he came with the backpack, and the backpack looks really, really nice. And all you have to do is just pull this out and put it on him, and let's see what that looks like. The backpack looks pretty nice. I'm actually gonna keep this on. Probably not for the rest of the review, but for a while. So next up, Ranma came with a pair of hands for him to do this. I'm not sure what it is, but this is what they do on a box. Maybe he got hit or something. I forgot the anime because it was too long ago, but yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like, and that looks pretty good. Alright, next up we have a pair of karate chopping hands, and again, these can be used as like kung fu poses, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. So lastly, he came with a pair of hands for him to hold the bucket. And here is the water, I believe, and this bucket is actually empty, so you can put it like right here, and that looks pretty nice. Wait, let me just show you guys close up. Yeah, so you can do that. Yeah, that's some nice touch to it, but I don't really care about the water anyways. The hands can actually hold some other stuff pretty well from Figmas and SH Figuarts, and here I have him holding the Kirito sword, and that looks pretty good as well. But I don't think I'm gonna make him hold this forever. But you guys get an idea. He can hold all sorts of stuff. Alright, so he also came with a stand, but I'm not gonna bother to do the stand. It's just a Tamashi stand with some arts on it. Actually, I can show you guys over here. Like, why not? Wait, let me just try to grab this. Alright, so it's over here. And it says Ranma, so that looks really good. And yeah. Let's jump straight into the sex comparison, and this is Goku and Gohan. Obviously. And next up we'll have Vegeta and Trunks. I'm kind of running out of time, so it's quite late here. I gotta go to bed. I'm just gonna go through it really fast. Star Wars SH Figuarts, The Avengers, Kamen Rider, Ultramon, Good Smile Company Figma, NECA Heroes of Storm, SH Figuarts Naruto Figures, Kirito AOL version. Well, I hope you guys like my fake Japanese accent, but let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, despite all the bad things I say about the head sculpt, this guy is still pretty decent. He came with a fair amount of accessories, good paintwork, good sculpt, and if you don't mind him looking a little bit like a girl, he is really, really good. You're gonna love him. You're gonna have fun posing with it. And yeah, I think that's it from me. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And do let me know what you guys think about Ranma and this figure in general. This is Eric. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!